both doing there? I'm gonna need to film. Come on, sweetheart. You can't stay there. So should you try Veganuary 2021? I'm Adam from Vegan Food and Fitness, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the 5 things that you should definitely be aware of before trying Veganuary. So firstly, what actually is Veganuary? Basically, for the first 31 days of the year, you pledge to go fully vegan. Last year, there were over 400,000 people that pledged and took part in Veganuary, and there's going to be even more this year. So why Veganuary? It's the start of a brand new year, so it makes it a great opportunity. Obviously, everyone's having a fresh start. You're likely to make New Year's resolutions anyway, so why not make yours about veganism and learn all about it? It's becoming more and more popular, and everyone who I've spoke to and interacted with when it comes to trying Veganuary, including myself, has had a really positive experience around it. So don't forget to subscribe as well, because I'm going to be covering off all things Veganuary this coming month. So why Veganuary now? It's never actually been a better time to do it. Every year it becomes more and more popular, and more supermarkets are getting on board with this. They're producing more and more plant-based food and bringing out more and more suppliers to provide this. More restaurants are introducing new menus especially for it, including takeaways. This year there's going to be Krispy Kreme that are introducing their first ever vegan donut. There's also Subway who are adding their non-chicken Subway, and also other products as well. So many of you will be doing this for so many different reasons, whether you're doing it for health reasons, for the environment, for animals, or you just want to learn a little bit more about what veganism is really all about. Whatever your motivation is, it's definitely a great opportunity to try it for the first time and really see for yourself from your own perspective what it's all about. For me personally, it was about health reasons. It wasn't actually for the animals straight away. I just wanted to see if it gave me that edge really when it came to athletic performance, running and fitness. And it was only really after I got involved with that and I started doing some extra research that I realized that there were so many other benefits to this as well. But here's my 5 things that you should definitely know and be aware of before trying Veganuary. So point number 1 is to know exactly what your reasons are for taking part in Veganuary. There are literally thousands of reasons why you could take part, but it's important that you know for yourself exactly why you want to be doing this, because there will come times during that month when it's going to be difficult and you're going to be challenged. So whatever the reason is, make sure that you know clearly in your head why you're taking part in it. The reason is because it's a 31-day month, it's a long month, and there are going to come times, there's maybe events where you're potentially going to be challenged and it may be difficult. Perhaps you go out and there's a limited menu. How are you going to react to that? The more motivated you are behind your reasons, the more chance you've got at succeeding at this. So point number 2 is to get organized. Now, this is a really important point, and the more organized you are, the more you are going to thrive throughout Veganuary, and you're really going to love it. The first thing I'd suggest is to remove as much non-plant-based food and non-vegan food from your house if that's possible. That way it's out of reach, it's out of temptation, and that's only going to benefit you. Now, if you're in a shared household, it might be a little bit trickier, but definitely speak to the people that you're sharing the household with. Explain why you're doing Veganuary and what your motivation is for it, and ask them to respect that. So it's really important that you also have a meal plan in place. Think about what you're going to have for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. Perhaps set it up on Saturday or Sunday for the week ahead, so that when you get hungry, you know what you're going to be able to eat. So just a note on protein, there's a very common misconception that if you eliminate meat, dairy and fish from your diet, you're not going to be getting any protein, and that honestly cannot be further from the truth. In fact, it was only when I started to try Veganuary that I actually discovered so many different sources of protein that I never even knew existed. You've got seitan, tofu, tempeh, you've got chickpeas, you've got beans, lentils, spinach, broccoli. The list really does go on and on. So if you're following a proper plant-based diet for the next 31 days, you are going to be absolutely fine. But that does bring me on to point number 3. Buy yourself a plant-based recipe book. It's really useful. It's something that I did. I bought the first Bosch book, I think it was. I'll leave a link in the description. But basically, it really helped me in terms of giving me an idea of what ingredients, what store cupboard ingredients I should have in my kitchen ready. It helps you in terms of like organize how you should have your kitchen. And of course, you've got so much different choice of meals. The meals aren't complicated. Even if you're fairly new to cooking, there's so many different options available for you. Things like spaghetti bolognese, pasta dishes, burgers, curries. So if you follow a whole foods plant-based diet while you're doing Veganuary, then let a recipe book like that guide you all the way. So point number 4 is to do your own research and have an open mind as well. This is such a great opportunity to carry out some research whilst experiencing what it's like to be vegan. If you're doing it for the environment, then I definitely recommend documentaries like Cowspiracy. If you're doing it for health reasons, then definitely watch The Game Changers. That was my personal film that got me into Veganuary and veganism in the first place. It's amazing just how much information is out there for you to make up your own mind on. So the meat and dairy industry have always been very clever when it's come to things like marketing. Free range is far from freedom for the animals. We're taught from a very young age that animals like cats and dogs are pets and we're to be kind to them, but animals like chickens, pigs, cows, turkeys, sheep are for eating. So nobody, including Veganuary, is forcing you to go vegan after the end of January. All I'm basically saying is to just do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Perhaps the way that you were raised and brought up, you'll feel differently now. I'll leave some links to other resources in the description box below. And point number 5 is to get the Veganuary ebook or audiobook on Audible. I downloaded the Audible book when I first started and I listened to it on the way to work every day and on the way back from work, and it is just so helpful. It breaks everything down to basically, why veganism is so important, how to organize yourself in terms of in the kitchen, what to buy, what to avoid, what to look out for when you're out shopping, as well as order in restaurant, what to look for on menus, how to ask for things. You get a PDF ebook download anyway, which I still refer back to even now. I definitely recommend that. It's the perfect accompaniment to the Veganuary journey. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I wish you all the very best for Veganuary. Like I said, if you do it properly and you follow these points, then it's going to be incredible for you, even life-changing. Going vegan was one of the best decisions that I ever made, and the community itself is just so supportive. If you've got any questions, please just reach out. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps others who are on the similar journey find the video as well. Let me know, what you're most looking forward to, what your motivations are for trying Veganuary, or what you're maybe a bit unsure of, whether you should do it or not. I'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be doing some additional videos to really support you on your Veganuary journey. There's certain videos that I'll be doing that I wish I'd have known in advance, so I'm going to be sharing all that with you. I will see you all very soon, and Happy New Year.
Oh, big stretch. Big stretch.